significant line to come out of that is the Prime Minister has said essentially that the government, when it comes to their economic strategy, is moving into the next phase, and that will mean that they are now ready to start looking at cutting taxes. He said that that would happen in a careful and sustainable way, and essentially has been spurred by meeting that self-imposed target of halving inflation dropping below 5% to 4.6%. He didn't give any more details on which taxes would be targeted initially. Clearly, the Chancellor over the weekend dropped some heavy hints that in the autumn statement on Wednesday, there would be some tax cuts to come. Now, it looks less likely that they will be things like inheritance tax, because the whole sort of theme of this statement will be about growth, will be about low and middle income families. That's led some to speculate that there could be taxes coming down on personal income. I think that what many economists may point out about the sort of more chipper, optimistic tone that Rishi Sunak has struck is that, yes, inflation has dropped significantly in the last set of figures, but it is still at 4.6%, which is over double of the mandated Bank of England target of hitting 2%. So yes, it has come down significantly, but that has been driven in a large part by energy prices being coming down. So the challenge now will be identifying taxes that can be brought down without making the job any harder to get inflation down from 4.6% to the target of 2%. And then I think over the long term, how does the sort of broader theme of bringing the tax burden down from the historic high that it's at now fit with some of the other challenges that we have in public spending around the level of debt and the cost of servicing that debt at the moment, but also the amount of money that public services need. The NHS is going to be sucking up huge amounts of money for the years ahead as they work to expand the workforce in response, clearly, to people demanding and needing more healthcare with an ageing population. The budgets at the moment for the departments going forward are very, very tight. And if taxes are going to come down, that's bluntly going to mean that potentially the money that is going to be spent on public services will be even tighter. So Rishi Sunak, I think, signalling a kind of turning point, but at the same time, big question marks over what happens in the short term in terms of which taxes he targets, and then what happens in the long term about how public services are paid for if we are going to bring taxes down.